Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9 of my Musical Moments series. Today, Bruce's 5 favorite things in classical music, August edition. Actually, let me try that again. Bruce's 5 favorite things in classical music, August 2020. That's right, we're back with another top 5 list, but this all new and all things that I've come across in the last month or so. And the coolest part about this, at least I think, is the fact that some of these suggestions actually came from all of you. Some people who saw the video suggested, either emailed me, or some of the comments were like, hey, take a look at this, and one of my friends suggested something. And I think that's exactly how this is supposed to work. And hopefully you'll see this as an invitation for you all to make some suggestions. I love sharing things, whether it's serious and powerful and beautiful or funny. I also have a list I'm putting together of the funniest moments in classical music. And it's sort of like, where do you start with all of that? Speaking of where we start, let's get started. Number 5. For our first example today, we go way down south to the Argentinian mezzo-soprano. This is Guadalupe Barrientos. And there is a link going around the internet. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty incredible. It's her singing. And we have this incredible example. You know, for mezzo-sopranos, we usually think of them as the alto voice. You know, when soloists, we really don't think of solo or opera stars as being altos. Basically, we call them mezzo-sopranos. And it's not that they don't have high notes. It's just that where the voice tends to sit. You know, sopranos of all kinds will have a high C. Like, that's not that unusual at that level. But the type of singing they do they hang around way up high, or do they sort of sing these meteor, sort of Mother Earth rolls that tend to stay lower? And those tend to be more like mezzo-sopranos. Guadalupe is one of those examples of this rich, deep, warm voice. And we have this incredible example of her singing here when she does... Amazing is that? When I first heard that, I went back and listened to it like 3 or 4 times because I don't think I've ever heard anything so stunning like that. That's actually a low C that she sings there. And there's something about like the dark and warm color of her voice that makes it seem even lower than that. I mean, it's very low, but the color of the voice makes it seem even lower than that. Really fantastic singing. Now for number 2, you know, I never know whether we're counting down or we're counting up here. So I think we're counting down for this one. Number 4, counting down, we turn to one of the best known pianists in the world. This is Yuja. She is a sensation, absolutely. You know, when she first came out, she was kind of criticized for getting more attention for the way she dressed than necessarily for the way she was playing. But to her credit, she has silenced all those critics through her technique, her incredible career, her great musicality. I mean, there's no question she is the real thing. And the example that I'm linking to right here, this is an encore that she gave. So she's already done the concerto, she does the bow, she goes off stage, she comes back on and plays this Prokofiev Toccata. I love the energy in the room around an unannounced piece. If you've been to my concerts, you know I love encores and sometimes open with unannounced pieces just because I think they're so exciting. And oh gosh, you know, classical programs can get so prescribed and predictable. It's like you will hear an overture, you will hear a concerto, you will take intermission, you will hear a symphony, and you will like it. I think that can just get so boring. So I love the idea of some unannounced things, and whether they're encores or just a surprise piece here or there. Here we have an encore. She comes on and plays this absolutely fiery toccata. It's a short example, so take a look at it. It's less than 5 minutes long. Right there, if you click right there, you will see the link to that. As for the last one, so incredible. She is flying all over the keys. So do take a look at that. Really amazing. Now we turn our attention to something totally different, different style and a different classical period here. This is a video of a recording being made of a piece by Mozart with small chamber orchestra, the London Mozart Players, small choir, and this incredible boy soloist. He's 12 years old. His name is Kai Thomas, and he has this sweet sweet, beautiful voice. Just listen to the sound. And I love the look on his face. He just makes it look so easy. And there's this particularly beautiful moment right here. The whole thing is just positively gorgeous and such a break from all the energy, and especially in, oh gosh, an election season here in the United States where all we hear about is the election. What a lovely break from all of that. If you can take just a few moments and listen to this beautiful music, the link is up there. Take a look, also linked down below as well. Gosh, just beautiful. Okay, now as we continue our countdown, we go to number 2 on our list, and here another pianist, but could not be more different in style than the Yuja thing that I linked earlier. Here we have Hiromi. Hiromi is getting lots of attention as well for her presentation, which is very flamboyant, you know, her hair and her dress. But again, another example of a pianist who is simply so skilled, a musical genius, essentially. Just watch. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Yes, I'm linking this for you to look at, but when I was Googling through and looking for different examples, pretty much everything you find, she is unbelievable. So much energy. It just feels like it's jazz, so it is being made up on the spot, but it feels so fresh, so improvisatory, just amazingly buoyant and brilliant. There is another video. In this one case, I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to link 2 videos because they're so different. One is her solo performance. This was recommended to me by my friend Maxton. He's like, you've got to check this out. She plays this solo piece. And then I also have this duet. And the solo piece she gets up there, so incredible. When I looked at for the link today, I actually just pulled the link to copy it and put it into the material down there. The top comment was, that piano needs a cigarette after that performance. But I was like, that just about covers it. And then I'm going to link to this other performance that is a trio, and the bass player and the drummer who join her here at this performance. Oh my gosh, all 3 of them are just unbelievable performers. The freshness, the energy they bring. So exciting. You can see them as like the best chamber music performances. You can see them interact with each other and connect and smile and respond to each other. Wow, such exciting music making. I hope you'll check at least one of those videos out, if not both. That's exciting stuff. And for our last example today, kind of the one that means the most to me personally, because I finally had a chance to get together with live musicians, make music in the room, and what a thrill that was. We haven't done that since March, so we've been April, May, June, July, August, 5 months really with no music making in person. You know, we're all been experimenting with ways to make music over the internet, things like this with YouTube, etc. That's been great. But it is not the same as making music in the room with musicians. And with the Sequoia Symphony Orchestra this past Saturday, went up there to our Fox Theater, our home there, and started the recording process. We have 3 Saturdays of recordings that we'll be doing. All of these will be released in October, November, December, and January. So we're recording all that material and filming it at the same time. So we'll be releasing some live videos of some really wonderful music. And we're so excited to share it with you and so excited to be in the room, socially distant on stage, of course, all of us in masks except for the wind players, obviously, who won't be, but really taking care to take all reasonable precautions. But just so wonderful to be together and be making music together. Here's just a little sample. This hasn't been edited or mixed down, so it's a little bit rough right now, but can give you an example of the great music making we have here, and we're so excited to share this incredible music with you. So that's our countdown for this month. Again, the point here is share some things with me. Let me know what you're thinking about, some of your favorite moments. If you come across something, send it my way. Maybe I'll include it. We might be doing this maybe as much as once a month, maybe once every 2 months though, for sure. There's so much great material out there. It's great to have the chance to share it with you. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment, click like down below and click subscribe. My subscriptions have really gone up the last couple of months, so it's been great to see that and great to share all of this music with you. Every Monday I'll have a video for you, and thanks for the wonderful feedback last week about my Symphony video. That was a lot of fun to put together, and certainly I've already had some requests to extend that, so we'll be doing a couple of other episodes in that over the coming months. Thanks very much, and I will see you next week.